Hi everyone. So we're in the Sikha of the Rebbe, where the Rebbe is explaining to us the passages in the Rambam on Eliyahu Hanavi and the different opinions about when he's going to arrive and what he's going to accomplish. So there's two main things that Eliyahu Hanavi accomplishes. One is that he's going to bring peace to the world, and he's going to create peace as a preparatory step for Moshiach to come. And what that means, what type of peace he's going to create, what he's going to need to do in order to accomplish that, there's different opinions on. And then the other thing that it says Eliyahu Hanavi is going to do is he's going to come and announce the arrival of Moshiach. So the part where it says Eliyahu Hanavi is going to come to create peace, it says he's going to do that before the war of Gog and Magog. And the announcement of the coming of Moshiach is at a later stage when Moshiach was already here and accomplishing stuff in the world, but then there's that actual stage where Moshiach becomes revealed to the whole world, where Eliyahu Hanavi comes before that. So what's interesting though is that there's a lot of ambiguity about how this is all going to play itself out and what's going to happen when and what's actually necessary. There's no question that Eliyahu Hanavi is going to play a role when Moshiach comes, but there's a lot of questions as to how it's going to look. Even this idea of Eliyahu Hanavi coming to bring peace to the world before the war of Gog and Magog, we just explained yesterday that there are sources that say Gog and Magog isn't happening. And I only quoted one source, but in Rabbi Blooming's class, he actually brings two sources that say a similar thing from two different people, two different Sfarim. So that's already, something that it says that we already know shifted. And then this idea that Eliyahu Hanavi is going to come right before the arrival of Mashiach, where the whole world knows who Mashiach is. Also, the Rebbe says in a different Sikha, not necessarily does Eliyahu have to come before Mashiach. So I think that the real question here is why the ambiguity. So I watched a class by Rabbi Zirkind, not on the Tut Alt website. I did watch his class there, but I watched a different class on the website learnmashiach.com. And he has a couple of classes on Eliyahu Hanavi, so I watched part one. And he explains over there that one of the reasons why there's a lot of ambiguity as to how this is all going to play itself out is because of what we spoke about in the last Sikha, that the merits of the Jewish people really dictate how things unfold. And so even if the Jews are meritorious, which we know the Rebbe told us we are, Baruch Hashem, but even within that, there's levels of merit, okay? So depending on the level of merit depends on how things unfold. So I think what it really comes down to is, what are we doing to merit that Eliyahu Hanavi should come today? And so there's a really beautiful idea from Rabbi Menachem Nachum of Chernobyl, where he says that any time that a person brings good tidings, they're carrying with them the spark of Eliyahu Hanavi. And we also see a similar idea where the Rebbe says in many sikhas that every Jew has a spark of Mashiach within them. So what's the takeaway? Well, let's talk about what the role of Mashiach is, and let's talk about what the role of Eliyahu Hanavi is. The role of Mashiach is to compel the whole world to follow the Torah, right? And the role of Eliyahu Hanavi is to bring good tidings and to bring peace. So how do we be Mashiach? By compelling the Jews to keep Torah and mitzvahs, and by compelling the non-Jews to keep the Sheva mitzvahs b'zei Noach. How do we be Eliyahu Hanavi? By bringing unity amongst the Jewish people, by bringing peace, by bringing good tidings. If you hear someone can't pay their rent, go and pay their rent for them. And let them hear the good tidings that their rent was paid. Maybe they'll think it was Eliyahu Hanavi if you do it anonymously. And they'll be right, because when you did that, you carried a spark of Eliyahu Hanavi. So may we be Mashiach, may we be Eliyahu Hanavi, and in the merit of both those things, may Mashiach come in full revelation today.